clouds gather over Chester as a new week begins at My Haunted Hotel, and the location has never been so popular. 400 years ago, this inn was taking care of travelling folk, and things are no different today.
So, into a new week in My Haunted Hotel. Last week was really good, to be fair, some really good evidence, but the thing that really pissed me off, I've now got drunken fellas walking around the hotel during opening hours of the pub. Obviously we've got cameras, so I get notified all the time, but I'm sick of coming up and telling people to leave. It's not an attraction. It's not up to them to come and have a little mooch around when they feel like, so please stop doing it.
It's a new week at My Haunted Hotel, and for the first time ever, people are staying over that I know outside of the paranormal world and everything else. These are some of the people coming tonight are my friends, so it'll be really interesting to see how they react to my world. It should be interesting. I know one of them is terrified. She's a big fan of the show. I think she might not last the night. We'll see. One thing that was confirmed last week was the way we investigate in this building is the way that works. We tried a few other things last week and they didn't seem to work. We had a couple nights that just fell completely flat. So what we want to concentrate on is what we know best. We're going to bring back the Intravox properly. We're going to bring back the real investigating that gives us proper evidence. That is what My Haunted Hotel is all about.
Well, last week was quite interesting, Monday night especially. I think Brett and I, time has never ticked so slow, should we just say that. But the rest of the week was interesting. We got some good activity, very quiet in parts. This week, I think I want to echo what Brett is saying in terms of let's just do what we know works and let's see if we can get that incredible activity back in this building. One thing that did amaze me last week was the woman crying out here on the upstairs corridor. We tried everything we could to debunk it and we just couldn't. It was one of those standout DVP moments that hopefully we can try and get this week.
Halloween party tickets have nearly sold out now. Really excited about that. I can't believe it's only next month now. Yeah, actually Harry will be letting his hair down for a change.
Well, we've got some interesting guests in tonight. I think we've got half of Brett's fan club in as well. But we've got two other guys who it's their first time here and they've brought loads of different kind of methods of investigating with them. I think they're quite traditional, quite old school, but I think they're willing to get on board with sort of the modern scientific experiments we do here. Something that seems to have gone quiet at the moment is the Hertz frequency experiment. That area between 2500 and 3500 Hertz was such a trigger point for us, but unfortunately it's just gone really quiet over the last few weeks. Maybe worth trying it again tonight and see what happens.
So Mike, my head chef, I had a few things happen to him last week. Now, he's been here previous to this about 3 years ago, and loads of things used to happen to him then, but he's really petrified now, obviously with everything that we do here. He wants an exorcist in a nutshell, but obviously that's not going to happen. But he's petrified. I've only got to come through the door and he shits himself every time I come through the door. The slightest noise, he himself. Bit like Danny really with the scare cam. I've been doing that to him as well to just make him a bit more scared than he already is. So we're going to do an interview with him later on. I don't think the pub likes him at the moment.
Right, I was making a brew. Made the brew.
I'm sorry.
And I doubted myself because the kettle went off on its own, and I was like, right, I mustn't have made a brew. So I checked my cup and I made a brew. So it boiled off and I went outside and checked two people to see who were out there saying you're messing about with me. But no, they weren't. The kettle turned on its own. Me next.
Then what happened?
Then I come in, having a panic attack, and it kept on doing it. So I was like, right, that's enough, I'm out there, mate. ready to quit my job. Honestly, mate, it scares me to the max. Absolutely scares me to the max, big time. I can't cope with it. The place needs an exorcism. He's a priest. Something's going on, like it's not right, and I can't cope. I can't handle it. I need therapy, without a doubt.
Our 3 rooms check in and are briefed ahead of their 15-hour lockdown. We have chosen rooms 1, 5 and 6 for Monday's investigation, and as the guests make their way to the top floor, a storm was brewing.
So it's Monday night at my haunted hotel. We've got 3 rooms in. Room 1, 6 and 5 we put the people in tonight. And they're full of energy. Looks really cool. Some different devices, some of them are brought. One's brought a really quite expensive Ouija board with them. And a paranormal trumpet.
A trumpet?
Paranormal trumpet?
It actually comes in a box saying it's for mediumship and paranormal phenomena. So apparently you put it on the table, you ask questions and it's meant to make noises.
Wow.
One of Brett's fangirls brought me fruit. Emily.
She got me
Standard.
Foster's burger and my favourite. And you
I'm
got
not.
chocolate?
I got chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good haul tonight, guys.
Okay, I'm not joking, I'm absolutely petrified.
It smells funky in here.
Okay, should we put our stuff in the bathroom, do you think, out the way?
I just leave it here.
Oh dear.
Well, you know who's staying, like.
Yeah, I just meant it just so they can come in and out.
Yeah, right, well,
without tripping over it.
What equipment have we got? Some broken elastic bands. Ooh, a K2.
What's
To measure your phones. It measures the electromagnetic field, so if your phone's on, it's going to faint, but
I'm gonna turn my
if there's
phone.
any spirits, then it sort of affects the electric atmosphere,
Okay.
so it can make it go up. So like if you can get intelligent responses from it, it's good, but it doesn't always work like that.
So, if you're a ghost and don't like strong, independent women, you're definitely not going to like strong, independent women who 95% of their friendship group are strong, stable men.
You watched episode 18 yet?
Yeah.
Superb, they got a load of response from
I know
intent,
they did,
didn't
yeah.
they? So that machine is brilliant, but we haven't got one.
We haven't got that one.
No.
She brought her own REM pod. I don't know if he's got a REM pod. We could ask her
Don't
to
know.
ask for one.
Have they got one? Yeah, go on then. Could ask. Does Danny have?
Is that one?
Emily Jane's scared.
Hey guys. Is it possible at some point we can try with have you got a REM pod like in episode 18 so we can do some questioning here at some point?
Yeah, 100%. We want to get on that tonight. That is one thing we did want to try again.
Perfect, thanks.
I think it's going to be a good night. Loads of energy in the groups, nice people, and it feels, well, the dark nights now, so it feels a bit more eerie in here as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, starting straight pitch black. That's my monster. Don't drink that one.
Now I'm sure you will all agree, spending a night in a 400-year-old haunted building during a thunderstorm is an epic thing to do. And as we move our guests into different rooms, a huge storm hits Chester.
It happened once in the last video. I can't believe that. There we go. Fucked up, right? Got it.
It's thundering and lightning, it's thundering and lightning.
The light comes alive when there's thunder and lightning. We have just been out in the rain.
They saw me and Brett walking in the rain. We were holding hands and we will never be the same. Oh my god, I'm gay.
I quit.
You've only just noticed that?
I quit my job. What on earth was that? The guys in room 1 brought their own Ouija board. Now, no matter what you think of Ouija boards, proof of the fact that people are terrified of them.
Thanks to Hollywood.
thanks to Hollywood, a lot of the time, Rosie is still hovering her hand 5 minutes later over this thing. She does not want to touch it at all.
Looks so cool with the lightning in the background though, doesn't it?
So I was just going to say, how cool is this? They're doing a Ouija board in a haunted hotel, in a haunted room, and being filmed as it's happening.
It's pretty cool. During a big storm. It's a good night.
It's white touch on it.
Fuck. This shit freaks me out.
So it's now just a light touch from both of us.
So I can feel it pulsating.
Yeah, that's through your fingers. That's the pulse of your fingers. Unless it moves.
As expected, nothing comes through the Ouija board, and Chris decides to do a lone vigil in the secret room. And within minutes, a huge unexplained bang is heard in the corridor.
What the was that? No, sat still. What the was that?
As we approach 11 o'clock, we are about to join Sue and Emily with Rosie and Chris and send them into room 5, whilst David and Mandy conduct a spirit box session in room 3.
What are your scores, boys? Oh,
you're quite generous.
Oh, is that a 9?
6.
So that-
9.
That's alright. A 4. That was good effort.
Your turn.
That is this week's version of Haunted Karaoke.
In room 5, we are about to capture one of the most compelling sessions ever witnessed in this room.
Do you know about the secret in this room? Did something bad happen here? Thank you. Thank you. Does the thing that is the secret, does it lie behind this wall? Or can you make a thank you. Can you make a bang on where the secret lies? Okay. Thank you.
Is that yes or no?
That wasn't as asked it to bang, it was hoping to make a bang on this wall.
Yeah, but it answered.
It answered it can
You
do
said
it.
can you, and it answered.
Alright,
It answered so it can, but
Come on then, copy me. Just one. But look how easy it is.
I assume that was you.
Yeah. Sorry.
If there was a baby found behind the walls, and that baby needs a mummy, you've got 3 mummies here. We've all got our own babies. Do you just want a mummy to look after you? To play games? Have men hurt you, ladies?
yes,
Thank you.
right up to the red.
Ladies, were you hurt in this room?
Why am I sweating?
Yeah, and I've gone cold.
I wanna cry. Ladies, were you hurt in this building?
Yes,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Ladies, did you work in the brothel? Was it not a very nice job? I'm sorry. We're sorry. The men that hurt you, do they still visit here? Are you safe now, ladies? Are there still nasty men in this building?
Yeah. That's a positive.
That's a very positive.
Absolutely.
Does that nasty man live in room 6? It's room 2. Is that nasty man going to try and hurt us, ladies? Yep. Ladies, are you going to protect us? We can't. Do we have to stand up for ourselves?
Anybody come through?
Is it the man you watch out for?
Thank you.
Is that man's name Charles? Is Charles here, ladies?
This is it. This is intelligence.
This is like another one of those moments where you like get questions answered.
Ladies, is Charles here now? Can you see him?
I don't feel safe.
Charles, do you think we're scared of you? You're wrong. Do you not like strong-willed women? Do you think we're wenches? We're here for your service? I'm getting mad. Why am I getting mad?
Because that's what the energy's doing to you. Because that's what he's after.
So the women disappeared and he came in.
I'm going to say something now with dead egotistical. Charles, do you know what I do for a job?
Don't get angry.
I am really, really angry.
I know you are, but don't.
He's making you. Don't bite at it.
That's what he's after.
He obviously knows what he's
Just calm down, Rosie.
Do you think you can hurt those ladies, Charles?
See, I've gone cool again now. I'm not sweating.
I'm sweating. Does Rosie intimidate you?
I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Ladies, has Charles gone?
Asking the other way now.
Ladies, is Charles still here? Have I upset him?
Oh,
Oh my god.
3 knocks.
That sounded like the door. Can we ask him where it is?
Yes, please.
That sounded outside the door.
Keep going.
Sounded outside the door.
invite them in.
No,
don't invite them in.
Directly on the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Sounded like it.
Okay, we're just going to check the corridor back. The other guys are currently in room 3. They don't have the spirit box on anymore.
Charles, was that you?
He's trying to come back in.
It's alright. It's fine. We're all together. We're fine.
Charles, do you not want Chris to be here?
I'm worried about Emily.
Yeah, she doesn't look okay.
It's alright. Emily, it's alright.
The bad thing that happened in this room.
Emily, it's alright.
He killed the baby.
Emily.
Hold on.
It's alright, Emily.
Mary's reacting to me right now, and I'm asking her.
Emily is hit with a wave of emotion, and although this session was substantial in terms of evidence, we must realise the effect this can have on people. Both fear of the unknown and the emotions of what may have happened here centuries ago have hit home with our guests, and
and this will not be the first time that this happens on this investigation. As everyone enters the downstairs bar, a number of sessions are conducted, but nothing compelling happens, and as the early hours set in, we are about to gather in the old brothel to undertake an S-test session and finally confront Charles.
What we have done now is arm 2 trap cameras. Now these are used with a motion sensor, and if anything crosses its motion sensor, it suddenly snaps a picture very fast. We've placed one in the function room, obviously where the shadow figure is recently seen, and the last picture was captured in 2014. We've placed another in the cellar in an area where we don't have a camera, which is always going to be interesting.
Well, y'all know who I am. I'm here all the time.
Hi, I'm Emily.
I have another friend not called Claire.
Yeah. Emily Jane.
We are staying in room 5 tonight, and we've just had a really good session in there with lots of intelligent responses regarding the man who may have committed a serious crime in here.
Yeah, the last bit we've just done then, that was superb. We were in with another couple, Rosie and Chris, and her very teacher voice, didn't it? Triggered, quite a few people came through, didn't they?
Hopefully it's going to be a really exciting night, and we're going to get lots more evidence.
I think so too, definitely.
Okay, we've all gathered up here in the old brothel section, and right now Rosie is acting as the vessel for the S-test method. We also have the Alice ITC device on. We're going to see what happens up here. What is your name, sir?
I'm back.
Who's back? Who is back? Tell me who is back.
Violent or stop?
Stop.
Stop violent.
Yeah, violence on the top and then stop, I think.
Who was violent here? Was it Charles? Charles, if you are here, then respond to me directly, please.
Female voice, 9.
If there is a lady in this room, madam, can you tell me your name? Who are you?
Charles.
Oh, there's no chance in hell.
I've been back.
Oh,
Go away.
oh my Christ.
My whole body is...
She has no idea what's going on.
Irregular. I've got pins and needles.
Yeah.
It's like someone stabbed on my feet.
You okay?
Yeah.
That's not even funny.
You can't program that to do that.
It has thousands of words that just...
Yeah.
Right.
Charles, are you watching?
You.
No.
Say back.
What? Are you serious?
I am not scared of you, Charles. Can you hear those footsteps? Can someone hear those
something
footsteps?
there.
Yeah, there was.
I'm actually crying.
Are you in my room waiting for me, Charles?
Okay. It's just overwhelming, isn't it? He's overwhelming. Don't worry. He's overwhelming. He had me earlier. It's okay.
Are you okay?
I don't even know why I'm crying.
It's okay. It's what's happening.
Now Mandy breaks down, and this is immediately after the name Charles comes through the Alice box, right on cue. We also hear footsteps, and suddenly things get very odd.
You've wrote it.
Oh, there's something pulling on my jacket.
What?
You okay?
There was something pulling on my jacket. Just stop.
You good? You okay?
You alright?
You get angry.
What did it say, Rosie?
What happened?
You okay?
It's a
Sorry?
male voice, baby.
What? No.
Okay. Do you want me to get you some water?
Wait a minute.
No, turn this off.
Rosie is overcome with emotion, and this is now 3 of the 4 women affected in this way. But we decide to push on, and we use the Intravox device, which recently has triggered no evidence.
What is happening inside this building right now? Are there changes here that you do not approve of? Is there a presence that is evil? Something negative and overwhelming here in this building? Does it mean harm? Who brought this evil here? Was it that witch, that lady we brought here? What the hell, are you okay? You alright?
Oh my god, you're okay.
Oh, for sake. Oh, for God's sake, get a grip, Andy.
Oh my god. You alright? Are you in this room? Are you affecting this lady here? I want to hear you. Speak to me directly. I wish to hear your voice. Footsteps.
I heard those.
Come closer. Come closer to us.
That's a Charles.
I think that was a whispered Charles, right?
Yeah.
A voice coming from the Red Room manifests in the atmosphere. We cannot be certain what this says. This ends our investigation for Monday. Take a listen again. Can you work out what this says?
We found tonight, well, I have, emotional. I'm not quite sure why, but I just felt a complete wave of emotion from sadness and anger. I can't sort of make sense of it all as yet, but...
No, I'm just a bit concerned. My girlfriend's possessed now, but there we go. I'd got no idea what went on in that room. It was very, very strange.
The voice that come through was just a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't think I was expecting anything like that. I certainly didn't think I would have any reaction to being here. I can't explain anything that's going on. I think it'll probably be a while before I make any sort of sense of it, even remotely.
Yeah.
Well, how have we found tonight? It's been a bit of an eye-opener, I'll say, for me.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Some goings on that a bit, well, very much unexplainable. And yeah.
Even for somebody who doesn't believe, and I didn't. Whether I will tomorrow, I don't know. But it's right now it's unexplainable. Yeah, I am quite scared. In fact, I say I'm very sceptical. I will have to process and think. But as it stands, I can't answer away the things that have happened.
No.
The answers to questions that were directly given. So yeah, it's going to be
trying to figure that one out.
Yeah.
The room started off quite calm and easy, and then as the residual energy started building, and the more we were getting the communication through, the more it was building. And there was one question asked, and I can't remember what it was, and it felt like it was Rosie called out basically and asked the ladies questions, and I felt like it wasn't the ladies, it was somebody else taking the piss. And that's when Charles had come through, but it felt so much that she was asking him and they were going off and it was all being answered, but it felt like something was just so there, and I just felt so overwhelmed, and that's when I just burst into tears. Like I wanted to leave, but I didn't want to move.
Yeah, in room 5 today, it was really interesting because we were getting results for something that actually I thought I'd put to bed, and that was the name Charles, because I was unable to find anything when I was trying to research. It's such an uncommon name then. But the responses we were getting on the REM pod and the K2 were so consistent and responding to the name Charles that, yeah, I just, like, it was incredible to be there, and it's definitely reopened that name.
What a weird night. This building today has felt completely different. Like, emotional. Everyone has cried.
Never seen so many tears in one place on an investigation. It's just like, wow.
Yeah, that end session just went weird. The way I can describe it.
I cannot believe the word Charles came through on ITC, and then we heard was it a female? Not sure what it says yet, we need to review it, but wow.
What is going on with this man? Who is it?
No.
It's been the weirdest night.
It was kind of, we all thought it was building up to a big voice coming through, but what it was building up to was emotions, wasn't it, tonight?
Yeah. It felt very strange in that brothel section at the end. Like, we were convinced something was going to happen, and it did. We were hearing footsteps. I'm not sure how much of it is captured on the camera's audio, but just phenomenal again. And we are back on Thursday to see what other guests experience here and whether we can build on tonight's investigation.
An emotional night ends at my haunted hotel, and we would return on Thursday to see if we could build on this evidence. Would we finally be able to discover who Charles is? We await to find out.
Okay, we have just entered room 5. It is Thursday evening here at my haunted hotel, and the Boko doll, which you can see here, was captured on camera on Tuesday afternoon falling by itself. Brett?
We all know room 5 is now infamous for this doll falling off the shelf or wherever it seems to be put. This one, however, is the only other doll to move so far, and it looked like it was just being slowly placed onto the floor. It creeped me out watching it back.
Yeah, 2 weeks she's been standing there for when we got given her as a gift. And as you said, there was no wind moving anything, as you can see on the curtains at the back of it. And then yeah, she felt really weird.
Now, we've had some people that have seen this actually ask us, did something pass outside, like a large lorry or something that could cause a vibration? We have checked the cameras, nothing was passing at the time. It didn't just fall, this thing looked like it was just being slowly moved to one side.
Can you just reenact it, please, Brett? Because a lot of people are also saying they see something moving with it. That is the actual curtain there.
Yeah, so it's up against, it's kind of lent fairly solid. There's no way it's going anywhere. You can even move the curtain from behind it, look.
Yeah, there's no way.
It doesn't go anywhere. This doll just seems to, it takes quite a lot. You can see how hard it needs to be to push it over.
Her pants have just fallen down.
Pants fall down.
I've got actually a twist on this as well that you don't know. So the lady who actually owned it before Rhonda owned it died on the same day.
What?
Yeah, Rhonda said, what time did she go? Now, the lady died at 2 o'clock on the same day as the doll fell over.
No.
Swear down, she texted me today and asked me.
No.
Seriously?
Yeah, because I sent Rhonda a picture of it first of all, and then later on she said, what time did she go? Because the lady who gave her auntie, I think it was, died at 2 o'clock on the same day.
Sod off.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I mean, that's obviously a coincidence, but a terrifying one.
Yeah, that's weird.
We have 2 rooms booked in for Thursday night, and we were hoping to pick up where we left off on Monday's investigation. As usual, we prepared our guests for the lockdown ahead, but not a single one of us could have predicted what this night had in store for us.
It is Thursday night at my haunted hotel, and the boys are back in town. How's it going, gentlemen?
Really good.
Really good. Nice crowding tonight.
We have Phoebe and Kim, who were from episode 3, really early on. These are the guys with the kittens, and look, just look. New pride of place in the control room, and they have brought Isabel with them as well, who is Phoebe's sister, Kim's other daughter. And we also have guys from a podcast here, Kieran and Jess, and it was great to do a podcast with Kieran before the investigation tonight. How are we feeling, guys?
Really good about tonight. It feels good. These guys have come in from Somerset that are in room 1.
Wow.
Come quite a way. And they're really excited about staying. And then you've got Phoebe, and they've brought Isabel along, who is petrified already. It just feels like another good day. Very much like Monday. Good energy.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, when we were doing the podcast, we already heard footsteps upstairs and Kieran witnessed that. And hopefully it's the start of many things to come tonight.
Well, he would have caught that on his microphone as well, which is great because it just kind of backs it up, and obviously we've got it on the camera, so if he wants a copy we can give that to him. Yeah, emotional on Monday night, really emotional. You know, that final session, the S-test that we did in the brothel, and then we got something through the intro box. Tonight we need to build, we need to find out who this Charles is, because there's a name that keeps cropping up.
Yeah, that confirmed Charles quite a lot on Monday. There's no chance in hell it gets brought up that many times in one night and it not have some sort of significance.
No.
There's a step here as well. Why am I wearing masks? What happened to wearing masks? It feels darker than last time. It is definitely darker than last time. No, our eyes probably just need to adjust. I am terrified.
Darkness falls across the land.
Like, how do you work this? Well, I can't remember which button it is. So, have you put it on 6?
I don't know, they gave it, can't remember who gave anything. It was got 6 one. Are you on the airplane mode?
No, I do it at the centre.
Oh, I don't know where my phone is. It's in your bag.
Is that you banging?
Yeah.
It's weird seeing it in person. Hello to the spirits that we've communicated with here before. We brought someone new to speak to you. This is Isabel.
I'm Izzy.
I'm trying to read this.
It was a bang then.
Documentary night, we encourage you to film, photograph, record your night and post live on social media using the hashtag MyHauntedHotel. State which room you're in, followed by your findings, footage or photos, so people can follow you and your updates at home. Cool.
There is a serious debate going on here in the My Haunted Hotel control room, and we need your input.
Yeah, so who is the best looking cat?
We're going to show you right now. Take your pick. Here is Harry, Stelios, Decimus, Meridius, Achilles. Here's me, obviously. And here is Brett.
I don't know what you're laughing at. What's so funny?
Brett's in a right posy position.
Yeah.
It also. I'm out. I'm out on this one. I don't think my cat is a very good-looking cat.
Well, the viewers might disagree, guys. Take a look back. Whose is the best looking pussy?
What? Unbelievable.
We're here tonight to communicate and we welcome you to come and speak to us. We really want to know more about you.
Izzy's really interested. She hasn't been before. And we've told her.
You've told me all about you.
Could you show yourselves to me by knocking or making a noise or moving something?
What? That's a baby.
That's a baby.
Radio off room now.
Guys, can you hear a baby crying?
There's a baby.
A baby crying.
A baby crying, captured clearly on our camera's audio, and as you will all know, this is not the first time this has happened. Miraculously, this can only be heard in room 6, which rules out the possibility of this being outside of the building. But where is it coming from?
What? That's a baby. What? That's a baby.
Amazing start. Kim, Phoebe and Isabel have heard a baby crying. We couldn't hear it on the camera, but we've just checked it back. We've got it very, very faintly. We've checked the other cameras. We obviously checked outside to make sure there wasn't a baby being carried down the street or anything like that. It sounds stupid, but interesting. Look, it remains a mystery. We don't know where that sound's coming from.
We spend the next 90 minutes moving the guests into different rooms when suddenly we start to document one of the building's famous waves of activity.
We don't mean any disrespect. We just come wanting to talk to you, learn about you, and communicate with you.
There was another knock.
If that was you tapping, could you do that again, but louder for me?
I think it's time to drink water. We'll have some water back in the room and bring her some with us next time. I've got some cetamol. Oh yeah. Oh, ibuprofen. Stop it. I'm frozen.
It's okay. Thank you so much. Can you do that again? It's okay. Thank you so much.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know.
A terrifying and completely unexplained bang happens right on the door of room 3, which sends the girls into a state of panic. We are all left in shock, and moments later, more unexplainable events take place on the top corridors.
Decent there.
Yeah. You hear a click on the door as well, but I couldn't see the door, but there was a thump there.
If there's anyone moving outside.
Room 6 to the control room.
Come in, room 6.
Is there anyone moving about outside?
What? I'm not looking. Well, if that was you tapping on this table over here, can you do it again, please? What was that? It's up there. Guys, we just heard like a floorboard creak outside the door.
After these compelling moments, we move the guests again, but nothing happens, so I head up to check how they are getting on, and it seems Scarecam has been adopted.
We are not including that. Bastard.
An Estes session is conducted in room 6, and as the atmosphere begins to feel very heavy in the building, we capture this intense moment.
I keep hearing a man's voice, but I can't tell what it's saying. It's the same voice as well.
If there is a man trying to get through to us, can you please step forwards and use anything you can to try and communicate, perhaps make a noise or touch the lady sat in the chair?
Can you touch her hair? F***ing hell, touch my
Oh,
sorry, someone just touched my back. Right in the middle of my back then.
She's
What?
We've literally just told them to touch her.
Oh, no
Oh
way.
my God.
No way, no way.
This is an amazing capture, as Kim feels like she is touched by something, and it happens almost on demand as Phoebe asks for someone to touch Kim. Remember, Kim is wearing noise-cancelling headphones and cannot hear what is being called out.
Hi, I'm Kieran.
I'm Jess.
And this is our first time at my haunted hotel, and it is, so far, I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
We haven't really witnessed anything ourselves, but we've heard a few kind of footsteps and bangs and that sort of thing. And the other group seem to have witnessed a lot more things, but we did hear that big bang, didn't we?
The big bang that then they screamed, that was really, really loud. And some of the footsteps were pretty loud as well. So that's really
We've
good.
been investigating the paranormal for quite a long time, and that's the first time we've ever heard any bangs or footsteps or anything like that. So it's quite compelling for us to hear that like properly for the first time. And the footsteps, they're not like little taps, are they? They're actually quite distinguishable footsteps. And then when the guys say, you know, there's no one walking around or anything, that's quite interesting for us because we've never witnessed that before.
My name's Kim. This is my second visit here. Tonight has been absolutely phenomenal. Been looking forward to it, expecting good things, but it's just been amazing. I've actually had my back touched during, what was the session called?
Estes method?
Yeah, that was it. Phenomenal. Just
that bang that we heard.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Izzy.
First time
This
here?
is my first time here. What room was it? Room 3?
We were in room 3.
We were in room 3 and we weren't getting anything, and then we asked. No, we were just chatting, and then we heard like a huge knock on the door.
It was definitely a kick to the door.
The keys were moving,
in the door. So we knew it were on the door.
So that was really good. I absolutely papped myself.
Yeah, we've heard the clearest footsteps up and down the corridor. And it's just been amazing. We've just had we've not even really used any of our equipment just because everything's just been knocks, banging. And it's just been amazing.
It's halfway through the night. It's been quite interesting so far. A few different things have happened. What I'm looking for, though, is how we can possibly build on what happened on Monday.
I know, but saying that, the footsteps and the creaking and that huge bang in the upstairs corridors, the fact that we're able to look at every camera and we can't actively debunk it, it is that residual sound again, but could some of it also be intelligent?
We ask that you now please prepare yourselves for what you are about to see. Over the last 7 months, this building has defied logic and produced moments that are simply undeniable. But the following 2 pieces of footage are, in our opinion, 100% proof of this building's hauntings. The first piece of evidence comes from within the cellar, in an area that is not covered by one of our cameras. We had placed 2 trap cameras in the cellar, which are designed to snap pictures as soon as their motion sensors detect movement. And whilst we are all upstairs, as seen here, one of our trap cams suddenly snaps 3 pictures, and in the third one, we capture this. Is this the famous black shadow figure that was captured in 2014 and seen so often since? We are absolutely blown away by this. The cellar was completely empty, the downstairs bar closed, and we are all accounted for in the brothel section. Within minutes, this happens.
Charles, is that you?
What did you hear?
It was like
That way.
In the function room.
yeah.
Who is this?
Did you hear that then?
It could be these pumps as well. These pumps are connected, so sometimes they can
Charles, show me where you are. Show us what you can do. I need to hear you, Charles. I need to know who you are. Is your surname Griffith? Who's that?
Oh, sorry. It was the glass fell off. The glass fell off the thing. Wow.
What?
The glass fell off!
The second piece of evidence is just as astonishing as the first, and we are able to document this moment from 4 different cameras, which clearly capture what we deem to be poltergeist activity, as a glass is flung from the function room bar.
I need to know who you are. Is your surname Griffith? Who's that?
Sorry.
Is your surname Griffith? Who's that?
Sorry.
Is your surname Griffith? Who's that?
Sorry.
Is your surname Griffith? Who's that? Okay, we have just resumed filming. Something unbelievable has just happened, and we actually need to check this back on the cameras because we're not sure whether we got it or not.
Oh my god.
Harry has just shouted from the control room that we have indeed got it, but I just want confirmation from you guys that you've got all these glasses that were on the side here. They are bone dry.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. There's no way they're going to slide off with moisture or anything. They're bone dry.
Yeah.
And we found tonight amazing. Like, it was quite quiet to start off with, and then we had that incident with the glass just now, and that was just, I've never seen anything like that before at all.
Yeah, it's been weird. Perplexing is my word. Yeah, for someone who is really a skeptic, to have the opportunity to see something and then actually investigate it straight afterwards rather than it's in the next room or you're watching it on a screen or something. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we heard a couple of footsteps and we heard a bang, and for us we hadn't witnessed anything kind of first hand really, so we were like, oh, it's quite quiet night, and then for that to happen, that's the best experience I've ever witnessed.
Yeah.
What the earth was that?
That was a big bang.
That was a massive bang. I think for me, the way I felt about it was I'm quite on the fence, and I'm waiting for that one piece of evidence that makes me go, yeah, I kind of believe. And I'm able to debunk a lot of things, and that is one thing I cannot debunk. As Jess said, we investigated it straight away afterwards. The bar is bone dry, the glasses are bone dry, there's no moisture there or anything, there's no strings, there's absolutely nothing, and you can see all of our reactions in the episode. Like, we are all like mind blown by it, and you know the guys running it, they're just as perplexed as we are. Like, so that just goes to show that there's no fakery or anything around. This is genuine paranormal evidence. I would say I'm more leaning towards believing after that.
Yeah, to definitely be in the room and be able to, not only, because I saw it out the corner of my eye,
But then to watch it back, see the speed of it, which is what I find one of the most strangest things. It's not wet, the bar's not wet, the glasses weren't wet, we were all sat around, there was no one else around. So yeah, for those watching it back, it's really, really weird.
Very weird.
Yeah.
The best thing that I've ever seen in my life was the glass flying off the bar, and I watched it with my own eyes, not just back on camera. I physically watched the glass fly off the bar, and I just can't even understand or comprehend.
You could hear the movement behind the bar,
and then the glass just
and it smashed. It's just been phenomenal tonight.
I thought the first thing that happened with that, first major thing with that door, and physically watching a key swing, so there was no doubt in my mind that somebody had just booted that door. And then watching a glass physically being pushed off the bar. You can see, when you see the footage, I think you do as well, kind of like turn and look at the bar because you hear like a footstep, and then I've just watched, like I said, the glass just fly off and just can't even explain it. There's no moisture, there's nothing on that bar. It's bone dry, the glasses were bone dry, they've been there ages, been sat in that room for so long, and then there's just no way of explaining it other than it's paranormal and a ghost just whacked the glass off the bar. Yeah, I definitely think we were kind of getting a little bit frustrated and wanting something to happen, so we were kind of like provoking a little bit, and then as soon as Danny mentioned like his full name, it was like it had just annoyed him, and it just went, as soon as that full name was said, you hear the step and then just watch that, as if it was like almost, I felt anyway, it was almost like this Charles was, hang on a minute, how dare you like call me by my full name, or how do you know? And it was like a reaction, it's like a knee-jerk reaction when you're annoyed. That's like the feeling.
We came for the 3rd episode, and we've watched every episode. We've watched every episode. You've watched every episode. Seen all the things going on, and then came back today, and one of the first things we mentioned was the difference in the feelings in the building.
As soon as you walk upstairs,
it was heavy. It was like you could feel
the
atmosphere, and then witnessing what we have tonight is just phenomenal. It's just you
completely
can feel it
different.
growing. Completely different.
And we are getting more weird things happening with my camera right now, just as I'm filming you. My IR illuminator on this camera is now going nuts.
Well, we've been asking for that all night as well, and that's something that I've noticed. We've been asking it for like us, especially when we've been investigating, asking the spirits to drain equipment, drain people, use our energy. Everyone's kind of like dropped like flies, feeling stuff, and equipment's just been dropping.
My IR illuminator is fully charged and it's blinking now. You can probably see it blinking.
A week which will go down in history as King Charles III takes the throne of England. But 400 years ago, another King Charles was present in this very city, and another Charles, possibly Charles Griffith, may still remain in this building today. We had captured some of the most compelling evidence to ever come out of this 400-year-old inn, and for it to be witnessed firsthand by guests is what my haunted hotel is all about.